Hi, my name is Leslie M. Thornton, and welcome to the first non official episode of the Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss podcast. In this podcast, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about my story and what makes me qualified to talk about this topic, and how you can continue to find out ways to free yourself from dieting and exercising mentality and get yourself the life of food freedom and being able to love your body and yourself just the way that you are today. So again, my name is Leslie M. Thornton. I'm a hypnosis for permanent weight loss coach. I'm a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner and a world traveler. I grew up in an Irish Catholic family. I definitely had a lot of privilege in my life, no hiding about that. And because of that, I had a lot of time to think, a lot of space to be with my own thoughts. And the reason why I am qualified to talk about hypnosis and permanent weight loss, and why I am so successful at coaching people through this journey, is because I have been thinking about dieting, exercising, and weight loss since I was 8 years old. That's right, I was counting calories in second grade. I was drinking Slim Fast shakes in fourth grade. I was on Weight Watchers by eighth grade. Atkins, South Beach. I tried every diet under the sun. I had results, but they never lasted. I became a registered nurse simply because of my own obsession with my own human body. I was a personal trainer in college because of my experience with going to the gym and using weights and machines pretty much every day of the week growing up. And finally, got to the end of my rope with dieting and exercising in 2010, after I gained 30 pounds while studying abroad in Oaxaca, Mexico. I actually had never felt so free being away from things like familial judgments about my weight or my eating habits, and in a culture where women being 10 to 20 pounds overweight was actually culturally accepted and was also a sign of wealth and prosperity. I was fat and happy for about 6 months until I was back in the US and diet culture kicked back in. And I remember the day I was standing there in the mirror again, hating myself, hating my body, hating the way that my jeans fit. It was awful. I had acid reflux and digestive issues going on and felt absolute despair. Because in that moment, I knew that I could never do another diet again. Like, ever again. The thought of doing a diet was the most horrible, miserable, and impossible thing that I could ever think about. I was at the end of my rope and had absolutely no hope at all. So I actually went to my school therapist, and she told me that what I was dealing with was something that was going to take a very long time to fix. And I was graduating from nursing school pretty soon, so she just gave me a couple helpful hints and sent me on my way. I did a cross-country trip right after graduating nursing school with a friend and was spending some time in San Francisco where my sister lived while I was studying for my nursing boards. And one of my favorite things to do when I was there was go to the San Francisco Public Library and take out a bunch of books or a bunch of documentaries and just study things that were interesting to me. And one day when I wasn't even looking for it, there was this book that was just staring me right in the face. And in the title of the book were the words permanent weight loss. And I had the most skeptic eyes I think any person could have. I thought, no way. That's definitely not even possible. I was the girl who always said that if I had 3 wishes, I would always wish I could eat whatever I wanted and never gain weight. And it was never going to be possible for me. This was something that I was going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. Well, I was desperate and took it home anyway, the book. And I did the work, and I woke up the next day after listening to the hypnosis. And just to give you an example, prior to the hypnosis, if there were cookies in the cabinet or there was ice cream in the freezer or, even morning coffee, those things would completely have all power over me. It felt like there was an energetic cord that was pulling me from the couch to the cabinet. And I'd be thinking about that stuff incessantly and waiting for people to go to bed so I could delve into that stuff and just habits like that. So that was my reality prior to listening to this hypnosis. And then I listened to the hypnosis as I'm going to bed, and I woke up the next day. And I kid you not that the next day I felt like I was in this beautiful, peaceful, almost sizzling feeling environment. Like it was just like everything just had this extra little like peace and shimmer and glimmer. And I knew that those thoughts would normally be the thing that would be driving me out of bed, thinking about that coffee or thinking about that sweet stuff. But this morning, after listening to the hypnosis, it was not that. I could sit back for the first time in my life and I wasn't controlled by those things. And my life has never been the same since. So, since then, after experiencing the hypnosis, I have started my own business, left my nursing career to pursue my passion, which is to help people get free from this always thinking about food place. I've traveled and lived in 12 countries on my own, running a business at the same time for the last 2 years. I broke my first 6 figures in business this past year and am consistently manifesting my next personal area of success. This new podcast being one of them. And none of that would have been possible had I not experienced the hypnosis for permanent weight loss. So what I'm going to do for you is share with you a helpful topic each day on how to stop constantly thinking about food, exercise, dieting, tips on how to love your body, trust your food decisions, not feel so guilty and overwhelmed when you have a bad eating day or that you miss the gym. Topics like that to support you in having the level of freedom and inner peace around food and my body that I now have today. So if you'd like to receive a copy of this every day for this month being my birthday month, so it's a special month for me. Before this show officially reaches Apple Podcasts, my official launch date is May 1st. Please email me at coachmeleslie, Leslie, @gmail.com, and I'll make sure you get on that daily podcast. Again, email me at coachmeleslie@gmail.com to be sent daily tips and tools on how to be free from that food prison as well. Speak to you soon.